All right. Good morning, a good afternoon, good evening to all of you out in the OOTP world. Thank you so much for tuning in to the June 5th edition of the Post TWIPT show. Good to see you guys here. Castanar, hola, in the house. Pops Don Goria, Kato Ring, first in today, I think. Old Dillano, we got, of course, Pops, Vic with the emotes, Cavacom with the 10 out of 10, Serpent. If I'm your dad, go to your room, young man. Go to your room. Respect your father. Who else is here? Oof. Oof, checking out the weather from Chicago. That's right. Exclamation weather, space, the city you want to find the weather for. Conditions are partly cloudy with a temperature of 64 degrees Fahrenheit, a nice 18 degrees Celsius for oof. Ezra Denny in the house. Dub also losing points again. And who else? Gravestock from New Brunswick. Good to see some from the east coast of Canada. Who else here? Who else? Yeah, we've got a bunch of fires in Manitoba, Saskatchewan. You know, it's becoming a summerly thing here. Summers we get a lot of fires, and I'm not on mute yet. The night is young. Speaking of nights, I did an impromptu night stream the other day. Thank you for those that joined me on. I don't even know what night. What is today? Thursday, Tuesday night was it? Yeah, I went on Tuesday night because Ezra was off and franchise hadn't started up yet. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to pop on because TJ went like an hour and 40 minutes. And on Tuesday, I have the main drops on my channel, but I didn't stream during the day. So I thought, you know what, there may be someone out there drinking their sorrows away because they didn't get that last silver pack watching TJ because they arrived late and they're like, what am I going to do with my life? It's not fair. I need my fifth drop. And so I thought, I'm going to hop on for half an hour. I went on for about 40 minutes and just shot the breeze with those that were there. There were a few people that hung out with me on Tuesday as we kept the clock going to get some people their final main drops. So yeah, I did that on Tuesday. It was, I think I was on from like 11 p.m. Mountain till like 11:45 p.m. Mountain. Most of you were cozy away in your bed, but I couldn't carry the burden of people with 4 out of 5 drops. I had to give them the opportunity. Ants at Ozwonks is here. Yeah, I saw you followed me yesterday, Ozwonks. Thank you so much, Ozwonks. You are a valuable member of the community. You also followed me the same day as Peter the Great. Not Peter the Average, not Peter the Terrible, not Peter the Normal, Peter the Great. So, Peter, if you're watching as well, thank you, Ozwonks and Peter the Great. Welcome to the Dog Pound. I think I have a Dog Pound welcome in here. It's been so long. I don't know where all my songs are. Here it is. Welcome to the Dog Pound. Crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Crying all the time. No, you ain't ever caught a rabbit, and you ain't no friend of mine. All right, Oz One. Can I call you Oz? Because if you're new, I gotta tell you, I gotta be transparent with you, Oz. I butcher a lot of names. Like not the most of any affiliate, but close. And there's some guy that just re-upped the subscription, I think, Franchise Time Machine, who also streams at night. You want to check him out. He's got a mind that digs deep into the game and finds things that for 25 years no one knew about. You want to follow Franchise Time Machine. Find him, watch him. But he keeps track. He records. He's one of those guys, Oz, that has a special binder for people that mispronounce names. I mean, who would have a special binder? Not me. Anyway, thank you, Oz. Thanks for an History Rebel. Oh, History Rebel. I could talk an hour with you because I'm a history fan. I'm a history buff. So I don't know if you don't like history, if you rebel against history, or if you were in a previous life a gladiator. I don't know. But thank you. Thank you for the follow. BD Cable, yeah, we will play that during the next intermission. Thank you for that. Franchise, how long? I can't, my eyes are 10 months on the channel. You've been streaming that long? I remember when Franchise was simply a low Diamond Phillips. And before that, he was just a lesson. And before that, I think he was some sort of llama. Pajama Llama Wamana Babama was his username. He has evolved. He has grown into the young adult that he is now. Franchise Time Machine. So thank you, Franchise, for re-upping your sub. Okay. Whose comment did I leave on there longer than I should have? There we go. Morgantown for Flying WV. Yeah, we visited Morgantown when we stocked them. We stocked Flying WV every once in a while on a Monday. Oz, we stock people. Just so you know, this isn't your regular stream. This isn't, me putting up a lot of stats and me telling you how to get better at the game. Well, sometimes I try to help. Yes, thank you, Cub fan Steve. My longest, by the way, Oz, you got a way to go. This guy right here is my longest subscriber while I've been streaming OTP. He's closing in on 32 months. I think he's at 31 months, unless he subscribed today. Did he? No. 31 months for this guy. Oz, you take lessons from this guy. And Oz, every time you see Cub fan Steve, throw some positives about Chicago Cubs. Okay? Can you do that for me, Oz? Thank you. And Peter as well. And also for History Rebel. Please respect the greatest. D-Block in the house. Pax only in the house. You're the manager of Virginia Blizzard and Blacksburg Bonsai. Is that like a all-you-can-eat buffet place? I'm hungry. Need some all-you-can-eat. There's a place called Bonanza, and that just reminded me of that. I know Bonsai and Bonanza, a little bit different, but close enough for the hound. Exactly. The year, the time. Packs only team need every draw possible. That's right. That's right. Another reason that I hope you caught me on Tuesday night late to get that last drop that you might have need. Uh, I don't know if he's Peter the Great. I'm sure he was able to somehow, connect to some sort of system back then. Those domes, those Russian domes, they got the peaks on the top. Maybe somehow they were able to harness something, some sort of energy or something, then put that into some sort of system to get the internet. Peter the Great, you are what, like 400 years old right now, man. What is the elixir that keeps you going? The X is just there because your username started. Oh, I thought it had to do with a relationship. I was reading it very closely because I didn't want to say anything that might disturb you. Okay, the X is there because your username started showing up as taken everywhere. Everyone likes X's. Double X, quadruple X, Vin Diesel. Dylan O from St. Louis. Actually, don't be embarrassed to put exclamation weather Granite City. Don't be embarrassed, Dylan. It's okay. We won't judge you for being from Granite City. I know it's a little sketchy, but come on, Dylan. Seriously, how many people in chat have been to Granite City? Like maybe 2? What else is going on? What else? Boy, I'm way behind on the chat today. Dollar. Oh, dollar. I got something special for you later. Please, dollar. I don't care if you have to work later. Call in and say you can't come to work because something special coming up for you later. Oh, was I hanging around there? No. There are actually fights and brawls, and people have a little bit too much of the Roger Center Kool-Aid for $15 a glass, and they get a little crazy. I don't want to mess this up. You should have seen the other guy. All right, what else? Let me catch up here. Got a lot of West Virginia love here today. Mithoki hasn't been as active this year, but you're on your summer break now. Oh, are you a student or a teacher? You've been around so long, I should remember, but maybe you've never mentioned. On your summer break, getting back into the game. You have a long way to go, my friend, but we will get you there. We will drag you kicking and screaming along the perfect team path. And if you have any questions, Oz, please ask our chat because, they are one of the top 100 knowledgeable communities in simulation baseball history. Crow Armstrong's, yeah. Hey, that's Chicago Cubs, right? Oh, Cub fan Steve, I think you're going to get along very, very well with this guy. In fact, is it like a son? Did you bring your son into the community? Okay, where else? Where else? Dukeston, those Chicago Cubs, they really have a pretty blue uniform. They're also great at grammar. Is that how you do? Yeah, that's how I do it. Yep. Good. They're really good. Ain't no kidding. Okay, what else? Peter the Great was a friend of Tom's on MySpace. Tom, Tim, Tam. Okay, next comment. Oh, yeah. Oh, Cavicom wants me to open up a pack of the Redeemer's Choice. Oh, boy. And we got RCMP song coming up. We got Timmy's hockey cards for all the Canadians out there. And BD Cable says, can you shout out? Can you give a cheers? Let's go full screen. BD Cable, was that you that requested this? Please send a shout out to A-Dub. Well, A-Dub, for those of you, Oz, Peter, History Rebel, A-Dub is also a felly. He's a fella. He's a fellow affiliate. He streams, I think he still streams sometimes. He's a mod on my channel. So you know he must be highly respectful if I allow him to do that. And he is quite active on Discord. He's not up to the CWIT level of activity on Discord, but he's getting close. He's giving CWIT a run for his Discord post totals. Very knowledgeable. He's qualified for not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 PTCSs this weekend. And he's one of the good ones of the game. So thank you, BD Cable. Well-deserved shout out there for A-Dub. By the way, A-Dub, something coming up later. I don't know if you've seen it before, but something else about A-Dub. Him and I like to joke around with some meme cards from time to time. Okay, I'm just going to skip to the bottom of the chat, so excuse me if I missed any of yours. 98% humidity. Oof. That's sweaty. Fog, 16 degrees in Gary, Indiana. 98% humidity. Boy, not tough to break a sweat there. A-Dub is going to be streaming the PTCS on Saturday. See, A-Dub's got, some youngins. Married with a few kids. So he's got some parental responsibilities. So he can't just hop on at 11:30 at night like some people. Holy smokes. There is the Thursday post-TWIPT luck. Ezra can no longer complain. That means there are 9 Joes left because there are 56 total. What a poll on this post-TWIPT Thursday. Start ripping packs, people. All right, we're on a break. When we come back, I guess I have a certain pack I have to open. Be back in a couple minutes, and by request, here is the Tim Hortons, some sort of weird song. Be back in a couple. This is for you, Flying W. V.
What do you say, boys? Tim's run? Let's go. What a year. Boy, it sucked. We could use a pick-me-up. Let's go. Friggin' rice, let's go. Ooh, heck yeah, bud. And I think I know just the spot where the coffee's always fresh and hot. And the donuts? Oh, don't get me started on those donuts. Life's alright in a red and a white up north, if you know what I mean. If I need a brew or just something to do, well, bud, you know where I'll be. Let's go. I'm headed on a Tim's run. Let me know what you want. I can pick it all up. Oh, heck yeah, bud. Grab me an ice cap. Double doubles and some donuts. Tell me if you want some. I'm headed on a Tim's run. Hey, you better grab me a honey cruller, too. I'm headed on a Tim's run. Let me know what you want. I can pick it all up. Ooh, heck yeah, bud. Double doubles and some donuts. Tell me if you want some. I'm headed on a Tim's run. Alright, let me tell you what I'll have. Double chocolate, honey dip, 25 pack of Timbits and a breakfast biscuit. Actually, make it 2 biscuits. Ice cap with chocolate melt, a Boston cream and a bagel belt. And I can't forget 4 double doubles for the folks back home. Life's alright in a red and a white up north, if you know what I mean. Greatest country in the world, boys. If I need a brew or just something to do, well, bud, you know where I'll be. Let's go. I'm headed on a Tim's run. Let me know what you want. I can pick it all up. How about an everything bagel, actually? Double doubles and some donuts. Tell me if you want some. I'm headed on a Tim's run. And there's a couple more things. Hey, I'll have a honey cruller, apple fritter, vanilla dip, with extra sprinkles, a couple of those sour cream glazed, and don't forget, old-fashioned plain, peach drink with a farmer's wrap and hockey cards, a couple packs, and whatever the guy behind me will have. It's on me. And whatever you guys will have. Just drop a comment with your order and I'll make sure to pick it up for you. Don't worry, it's on me.
Well, man, what a Thursday it's been. Son, since you called me father, things are passed down in the family. So feel free, son, if you don't want that Joe, number 48. Hey, who brought you into the world? Congratulations on getting that. Oh man, Ezra's taken all the good cards. Jeez. Yeah, as long as you didn't pull a hamstring, pull some good cards there. Holy smokes. Well, we got a few Helm Biscuit redemption requests. So the first one we're going to do is the Timmy's Hockey Cards by iDub. All right, iDub, give me a number from 1 to 10. Which pack feels like the lucky pack for the Sidney Crosby autograph? Which one? Oop. Number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one right there. All right, the crinkling of the pack. So the Timmy's Hockey Cards give you 3 cards for $1.50 Canadian. The first and third card are common, and the middle card is some sort of insert. So let's see if we can get one of the more rarer inserts. Oops, I think I might have bent the corner on that one a little bit. Here we go. All right, card number 1 from the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. I know it's the Tampa Bay Lightning. We've got Andre Vasilevsky. Vasilevsky. We have Peter the Great. There you go. Card number 3 from the Carolina Hurricanes, Minnesota Wild, San Jose Sharks, Brent Burns. And today's insert is a frozen hot shot. Oh, A-Dub. Oh, I hope I didn't bend the corner on this one. Oh, D-Block. The insert hot shot for the for the young phenom, Connor Bedard. That is a keeper. Good pack, A-Dub. Good pack. See, I'm getting some hot cards too. All right, I will get to Cavicom's request here in a sec. Let me get through a few things. I'm not even past the first slide. It was a long monologue today. All right, OOTP, Out of Park Baseball. If you want to be like Oz, like Peter, like the History Rebel, you can go over to ootpdevelopments.com. You can order the game right there on the website for your desktop, and it is 10% off if you use the code LaptopHound26. Something's coming up this Sunday or next Sunday. If you're looking for something, what can I get that special person in my life on this special occasion who loves baseball statistics, numbers, and a strong community? Oh, go to the Park Baseball. 10% off. Back Monday, Tuesdays. Again, don't forget Tuesdays, the main channel drops are on. So because TJ streams late, main channel drops, that's the latest they are, is on a Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Some of you are tucked away with your teddy bears at night, especially if you're over the pond and you don't get a chance to get those drops. Well, now you have 2 chances to get drops on Tuesdays, either with me at 12:30 Eastern p.m. or with TJ at 9 p.m. Eastern. So kind of breaks it up into two nice sections there. And today we've got 25 packs to give away at some point. We're going to start the early bird now. You want a chance to win 5 packs? Who's first? Who's first? Come on, who's first? Exclamation enter, exclamation ticket. Who's first in? It is Ezra. Oh, Ezra, you have to just take all the good stuff today. Ezra's just like winning everything. If he wins this draw, everyone's going to type in rigged. You know that. You have to be here to win. I'm going to make the draw in about an hour-ish. So stay tuned. If you want to win, you got to be here for the draw. If I draw your name and you're not in chat, I will draw another name. So please keep it dialed in. We will make the draw at about 3 p.m. Eastern. What time is it now? 2 p.m. Eastern? Yeah, we'll make the draw in about an hour. So I won't make you wait until the very end of the show. 25 entries in the first minute. That's pretty good. All right, what else is next here? We're going to do 2 bounties today. And for those that are new to my stream, a bounty is where we enter a tournament as a community. And if you're the team that knocks my team out, if you defeat me and knock me out of the tournament, you win an additional 5 packs to whatever you might win from within the tournament. So stay tuned for that. We're going to do 2 bounties. We're going to do a bronze, and we're going to do a perfect draft. So hopefully you have some quick slots available. And I think for the bronze, depending on the numbers, whichever one we have to wait for the least, it's either going to be the bronze entry fee or it's going to be just the regular bronze quick, whichever one generates a new tournament first. Plus, rookie card hunt. Yeah, I got the Connor Bedard here, but I will also be opening packs. Hopefully you left a Joe for me. I can pull Joe number 56. If you can't get Joe number 1, you'd want Joe number 56, right? As a collector, I think those would be the 2 most important ones. So we're going to try to pull some of the rookie cards from today, the new cards that came out, and oh boy, I've been waiting for this. The 5L May Waggy Awards. That's right. Who were the best cards from the Laptop Pound Lower Level Leisure Lounge Daily from May? So we've got all the cards. Thanks to Serpent for helping me gather that information together. And later on in the show, I'll show you who the best pitchers and who the best hitters were, because they probably still apply. More on that coming up. Plus, I'm going to show you who the top managers were in the 5L and 6L. Not the ones that might have accumulated the most top 4 finishes, but in terms of win percentage. I'll show you those for 5L and 6L later. Okay. Someone shout out my cool affiliate of the stream. If you subscribe to my channel, you're automatically going to be a VIP, which gives you ad-free content and allows you to put in some certain commands like exclamation cool, like A-Dub just did. So my cool affiliate shout out today is Perfect Team Tournament Lab. Perfect Team Tournament Lab. I don't see them on this list, but I don't know if they're still an affiliate. Maybe. We've had a lot of affiliates. We're over 40 affiliates now. I don't know them all off by hand and when they stream, but thank you for shouting that out, A-Dub. One of those mystery affiliates popped up again. And folks, I haven't been on since they shut down the OOTP 24 servers. If you are feeling sad and lonely that you do not have the Shoeless Joe Immortal, that you cannot use the Dave Steeb Perfect, or maybe you were so fond of the Bryce Harper live card, OOTP 4 has closed its doors, and there's no one that is sadder in the community than this guy. Like he probably needed to take a few days off. Probably had to go for a little bit of help to overcome not being able to use his OOTP 24 teams anymore. Cavacom, which team, what were the names of your teams in OOTP 24? I feel like we need to pay tribute to your OOTP 24 teams that you were using every Sunday, ripping packs, no longer available. And for all the new people out there not used to OOTP 24, it was probably my favorite version of the game. Probably. It just seemed like everything came together in a perfect situation. Part of that was because we had so much new card art that year. Let me go through. Let's reminisce with the ghost ships. Let's reminisce with the ring bearers. Let's reminisce with the launch pads. A little bit for OOTP 24. You know, there was a day you could pre-order it. There's the pre-order picture. Cavacom, you might want to grab some tissue. Like I hope if you're working, no one sees you cry. It might bring tears to your eyes, Cava. It was the first year that TWIPT was presented on Thursdays at noon. Prior to that, TWIPT was always in the evening. And in OOTP 24, they moved it to Thursdays at noon. Yeah, some of you may not have realized that. TWIPT has not always been Thursdays at noon. And it was the first year choice packs were available at launch. That's right. You could get those choice packs where when you did well in a tournament, you open it up and you got to pick a diamond card or a gold card. They didn't have bronze and iron back then. They just had silver and up. But yeah, choice packs were available at launch. Sorry guys, I know you're gonna cry a little bit. Just wipe away those tears. It's okay. It really is. You're amongst friends here. You can weep. Also, it was the first year that you could select a ballpark rather than plugging in ones and zeros to create your own ballpark. You had a variety of ballparks to choose from, including Chase Field, Veterans Stadium, Victory Field, Jari Park. And when you achieve certain levels, like you can see on the right-hand side, when you moved up to stone, it opened up 3 ballparks. When you moved up to iron, it opened up more ballparks. And for those of you that have never looked at ballparks before and have been using the Cavacom neutral ballpark, you can change your ballpark every Sunday in Perfect League. Once the playoffs have ended, you can go into the game and you can customize and pick one of the ballparks that might suit your pitching and hitting lineup based on the modifiers. You may want a pitcher's park. You may want a hitter's park. You may want a park that features power right-handed batters. You can do that by choosing a custom park for your home games. That's right. You can do that. Thank you, Cavacom. I'm a leg end. I don't want to be a leg end. Yeesh, that sounds like yeesh. The Cava. Don't get gross. Legs. Also, as I said, it's my favorite year because it just seemed like a much simpler format for an old guy like me. Simple. You open packs, you get cards, you win tournaments, you get choice packs. And the card art, look at the bottom there. This was some of the card art from OOTP 24. I was the Rocky Mountain Gladiators, and Cava, I'd like you to know that in my last season, before they shut down the servers, the Rocky Mountain Gladiators in gold had 107 wins and 55 losses. Oh yeah, Cava. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, I checked in on my team once in a while too. It wasn't just you in this lonely universe playing OOTP 24. One of the things that I'm so thankful for with the new games is back then, and Kava knows this very well because he opens a lot of packs. You could not choose the pack type to open very easily, right, Kava? It was very difficult. You had to hover with your mouse. You had to hover about 3 centimeters to the right of the pack that you wanted to open up. So if I wanted to open up one of these historical silvers, I couldn't just click on this silver. I had to hover over here on these diamond packs and wait for the words to show up and then hopefully click it at the right moment. You could not, like today, just go into select pack and pick the type of pack you wanted to open up. Yeah. This is what I ended up with, Kava. 1,066 packs that never got to see a rip. But I did open some on that last day, Kava, as I tried to push for a title in the playoffs. And funny enough, this is my hoarding. I still had, you can see in the top right-hand corner, spot pack number 1. Yeah. Number 1. I think there were like 33 or 34 total. I still had a spot number 1. Well, on the last day opening packs, I got some of those PTCS cards that Cavacom was pushing to be put into the packs. I got a pack with 3 diamonds, the rare 3 diamond pack on the last day in OOTP 24. I had like 60 choice packs I never opened. I know, Cava, I know it's tough. You might be crying because I didn't open these packs. Don't worry, buddy. And I got a PTCS Stand Mutual on the last day. I had some rainbow packs to open. I got the PTMS Cobb on the very last day. He went into my playoff lineup. And I finished off in OOTP 24 with this as my lineup. If you guys have played the game, you're familiar with the meta cards. Speaker, Cobb, Brett, Willie Mays, who I think was a baseball reference card. Mutual, PTMS, Mickey, Corbin Carroll, which was one of the best PT Elite cards from that year. Yeah, it was a pretty good lineup. My favorite cards from OOTP 24, this was one of them. Eddie Matthews, I pulled the number 1 out of 25. This was early in the cycle, so you may think that doesn't look very good, Lap. The ratings on this card don't look very good. This was meta in OOTP 24. We didn't have purple back then. We had blue, and it was rare to get a lot of blue in OOTP 24. You haven't missed that yet, Robbie. Or Robbie, you haven't missed that, BD Cable. And of course, my favorite card, first year using Dave Stieb live pitcher card from the Toronto Blue Jays. This was just, oh man. Because back then, not a lot of live pitchers photographs were used in the historical cards. So to see guys like this show up with their real life image, has to be my favorite card. So yes, OOTP 24, we're going to close the books on OOTP 24, but we're going to show you a little video tribute first because I used to host with EVC the Amigo show every Thursday, and we started it up in OOTP 24. And I always played a tribute video for Dishnet and Spore, who hosted the show together many times. So I thought, let's show you that tribute video. If I can find it here. I think it might be this one. All right, we'll see you after the break. All right, chat. Let's get the hype going.
100 overall right-handed pitcher, Max Scherzer. Talking about the big kahuna of the deal. Ladies and gentlemen, from the 2008 Milwaukee Brewers, probably one of the best trade deadline acquisitions of the last 15 years. 100 overall left-handed starter, CC Sabathia. From the Milwaukee Brewers, it is peak second baseman, 100 overall, Ricky Weeks. 100 overall, Roberto Clemente. And boy, howdy, does that picture go hard. .100 overall center fielder from the Boston Red Sox, peak card, Fred Lynn, your winner of the 2023 MLB Home Run Derby. It was 99 overall first baseman from the Toronto Blue Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. with the trophy and the chain. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, 100 overall, who played between 1878 and 1894. It is 100 overall, Monty Ward. Chicago White Sox, it is Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Mr. Audit out here slandering my name and has some gall here. But now let's make Mr. Audit look silly here with this next card. Go ahead.
Let's make him happy as well, because
yes,
your 100 overall pitcher comes to us from the 1986 Boston Red Sox. It is right-handed starter, Roger the Rocket Clemens. Ooh, this is a hot card. Hot card right here. It is 100 overall, Ron Santo. 100 overall, Ivan Punch Rodriguez. From the 1990 Oakland Athletics, the 1990 American League MVP, Ricky Henderson. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you from behind the plate, 100 overall, catcher, Josh Gibson. This next guy we're gonna go back to stimulating y'all's 12-year-old brains here, because our next guy comes to us from the 1945 Chicago White Sox. It is 69 overall, pretty nice player, Johnny Dickshot. Let's go to the power era. And, you know, the power era was a time of power. Rob Tomlinson, 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, our final card of the evening is 100 overall. Oh. No. Okay. Okay. I think Paul's trolling me again. With this one. Tony Suck. We had to bring up Tony Suck at some point. This is not an actual card. Good. That's a good joke, Paul. That's a good joke. This guy, actual ball player, and he sucks.
Okay, class. The teacher is back. Yes. So that's a video in honor of OOTP 24 who have closed their doors. And I thought, you know what? Let's pay some tribute to it. Let's bring back some memories for those that played OOTP 24. Brought back a lot of memories for me. And you know me liking to create some fun little videos. I thought, let's play that one more time. I played it back a couple years ago when I was co-hosting the Amigo show, and honoring Dish, who does a great job, you know, calling. He used to host TWIPT, and then in OOTP 24, he kind of split it a little bit with Paul, and then Paul took over in OOTP 25. And so that gives a little bit of a tribute to DishNet as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let us move on. Don't forget exclamation ticket, exclamation enter for your chance to win 5 packs in the early bird giveaway. We're going to make the draw in about a half hour. You have to be here to win. And those that have spent biscuits, RCMP and Cabicom and BD Cable, we will spend those biscuits shortly. But first, let's get back to the bounties. All right. One of my favorite things when I create streams for you guys is to give you the chance to win some packs and to earn winning packs. One way is to beat me in tournaments. So let's go to OOTP 26. Still thinking about OOTP 24. Let's see what we have available for bronze. Well, there's going to be a bronze quick that fires off very shortly. There's 15 out of 16. So it's going to be ID. If one of my mods or someone can type this in, it doesn't even have to be a mod. I can pin it. Put in bronze quick ID 1380. Bronze quick ID 1380. I think I can enter it. I might not be able to because I'm in 2 already. I cannot. Sorry about that. So we're going to have to go into the entry fee one, because apparently I'm still in both of the ones that, let's see how much, let's see, maybe I'll get knocked out of one here. Let's check in 1367. Of course, the day that I want to do a bronze bounty. Oh yeah, I'm in the semifinals with Makadkar of 1. Okay, so that one's not going to be over for a little bit. And in the other one, what do I got? What do I got going on in this bronze quick? Oh, I'm in the semifinals of this one too. And we're tied up at 1. Okay. Put a 1 in the chat if you're willing to do an entry fee. I know it does cost you 1,000 points. If you're willing to do an entry fee, put a 1 in. Otherwise, I'll wait until I get eliminated. Oof, I knocked you out. Sorry, bud. Flexing with my 1,000 points. Oof. Sorry. I didn't. I don't know. Which is it? This one here? No, that's Makadkar, I think. Yeah, I knocked out the Passamaquoddy, and I knocked out the Twins. Penny Pinchers. Is that you? Or was it the other one? All right, looks like we might have enough to do the entry fee one. So not only will you win 12,000 perfect points if you win the tournament. It was the other one? Okay. Let's go embarrass Oof a little bit more. Let's see. Oh, this one, the Baps. Let's see if I won this game first of all. Yes, I did. So I probably won't get knocked out of this one. Who am I playing? I'm playing the Colorado Shockers. Snarky. Baps. It was close, bud. Look at this. The deciding game was 3-2. Oof, don't feel bad. You put up a good battle here. It went down to the wire, and Rich Nye was able to get the final victory for me. So you won the first. Oh. Does it make you feel any better that it was a reverse sweep? All right. Entry fee, ID 33. Oh, and the only team in there already is Serpent, who's in the chat. So good. Let's see if we can spam this, guys. Entry fee, ID 33. Knock me out of the tournament, even if it's in the first round, and you will get 5 bonus packs plus anything you get from the tournament itself. ID 33. Just click on that little, not the withdrawal button. Jeez. There we go. We got 8 people so far. Knock me out, win 5 packs, win the tournament, get 12,000 perfect points. You're only allowed 5 variants, so it's a lot bigger possibility that anyone can win. A lot more, what do they call that? Variety, randomness, because you're only allowed 5 variants, not 26 like last year. We got the Rhinos, we got the Sharks, we got the Moose, we got the Locos, the Whirlwinds, the Renegades, myself, and the Tornadoes. I thought that was the wheels on the bus. You're getting me confused. Need revenge for you beating me in the Bronze Quick final. 3-0 last night. Yeah, I guess it happens. I won, by the way, while I wasn't streaming, I won 2 6L tournaments. 2 out of 3 days. There's a message there. I just don't know what it is, but there is a message. All right, we've only got 8 out of 16. Come on. Let's fill this up with everyone in chat. All right, we have 13 now. We need 3 more. ID 33, entry fee, Bronze Quick. Take on myself. Take on the Whirlwinds. Take on A-Dub. Take on Cub fan Steve. Take on Serpent. Take on Makadkar. Take on one of my bingo helpers, Torvald, Kato. Take on those Tornadoes. Take on the Baps. Oof. Oof can get some revenge. All right, we need 1 more. Who will be the last one to enter? 1 more person to get in. You might even draw me in the first round. I'm easy to beat. And yeah, this is a tournament they've introduced for iron, bronze, silver, gold, diamond, and open. All these entry fees are new as of a couple days ago. First place is 12,000. Second place is 4,000. And I convinced them, or I encouraged them. I don't know if I convinced them, but I encouraged them. Because last year, these entry fees were like first and second. First, you got 15,000 points. Second, you got 1,000. How about a third and fourth place one packer? Can we do that? OOTP, can we throw in a one packer? Because there's nothing worse than losing in the semifinals. This way, at least, if you make the semifinals, woohoo! I'm guaranteed at least one pack. All right, we are full. We are full. I know there is a one packer. I suggested they have a one packer because in the past there hasn't been the one packer. And let's take a look at which ones are the most popular now that they've been out for a while. Entry fee. 7 golds have fired off. 14 silvers. We've got only 3 of the opens. So the open ones are not very popular. 14, we mentioned, 14 iron. Diamonds, we've had 7 quick turn entry fees. Oh, look at this. Bronze, we now have 34. Bronze, you guys are killing it in the bronze. I think that's doubled, more than doubled of the second place entry fee. Bronze is definitely the most popular. Round of applause for all you bronze publishers. Right, the first one was at 0, so this will be the 35th one. Absolutely right, Dry. Yeah, you got it. Okay, so let's go take a look before we do our perfect draft. We got about 13 minutes before this fires off. I want to go find who I'm playing in their first round. Let's see if we can do that. Here are your bounty round 1 matchups. In round 1 of the bronze entry fee matchup, it looks like I'm playing on against the Tornadoes. But let's take a look at the full tournament tree. On the right-hand side, we've got the Moneyball Moose, Sporting Moose, another one that is big in the Serpent community with Serpent and Dylan. I don't know if he's a member of HODL. I don't know if he's got the privilege to be a HODL guy yet. I like teasing HODL. They're taking on Max. Look at this. Max LP. And thank you, Ricky P. Speaking of Max LP, Ricky LP, thank you for the follow 7 minutes ago. Welcome to the dog pen. We also have A-Dub and his Star Wars bees. They are taking on the Locos. Thicket Cat. If you're in the chat, say hi, Thicket Cat. I'm not familiar with your team. We got the Cape Cod Sharks. Serpent Jay Sayer. They'll be taking on a Brando 99. There's Thicket Cat. Good to see you. Welcome. I'll put you on the screen there. There you go. Brando 99 will be taking on Serpent. He's got a tough first round matchup. And Castanar, if you want revenge, it's going to have to be in the finals, my friend, because you're on the opposite side of the bracket and you're taking on Makadkar. On the right side of the bracket, it is Oof and the Baps. They will be taking on Cub fan Steve. 2 great managers there. Springboks, Hip and Knee Doc may be in the chat, taking on those Mounties from Vancouver, Rojo Vancouver. We've got the Torvald Chinooks. They will be going up against, cool little logo there. Yeah, I like that one. Taking on the Screaming Eagles, Stan 1947. Don't know if I've seen that Stan 1947. And in the premier matchup, we have the Oil City Tornadoes, Joe 0786, who is likely in chat, taking on the Gladiators. So that gets underway in about 10 minutes. Okay, next up, time to go to our perfect draft bounty. So if you have a quick perfect draft slot, what? We have none at 0. They added some new ones, but every single one has at least one person. Jeez. And it's going to be too long to wait for these to fill. So I guess we have to go with this one, with the George Jetsons. One of us can take out George Jetsons, right? All right. If you want to enter this one, it is this one here, the non-live ID 6. So hop into that one. ID 6. Don't start drafting yet, because in the perfect drafts, we have some weird rules. And I think I've got my rules right here. ID 6. For those of you that play the 5L, you may be aware that the 5L has undergone some changes, some little minor tweaks, and it is played in a little bit of a different time period. It used to be 1914, but now it is in the thick of dead ball. The 5L is now in 1908. So in honor of the new 1908 5L, the dead ball era, you can only draft cards that have the last number in their overall rating, a 1, a 9, a 0, or an 8. Has to be the last number, last digit in their card rating. So as the commercial break goes on here, I'm going to draft my team. And then Kava, after the break, we are going to have you redeem a pack for me to open up. So here we go. As the break kicks in, draft your team and enjoy a little bit from BD Cable, Robbie Erlin. See you in 3. If I can find Robbie. Oh, Robbie, where are you?
Oh, Robbie, who's that? Let's go! He steps on the mound with a grin on his face. The crowd goes wild, it's a big-time race. The ball from his hand like a bird in flight. This Robbie guy's shining like the brightest light. They say he's got charm and a pitch of gold. I dub and lap gave you his story to be told. From the dugout cheers to the roaring stands, he's writing his name with the legends in far-off lands. Robbie Erlin, you're the king of the game. The beta pitching king rising to OOTP fame. With the whip of the bat and the catcher's call, your 63 rating and perfect team results inspires us all. 53 stuff and a hold of 1. Your rating's young man creates a lot of fun. You may throw it in the dirt and walk a few guys, but in our baseball world, you light up our skies. The sun's sinking low, but the game's still high. He's got that fire that the world forgot. Throws a 61 curveball sharp. Watch it dance in the air. Robbie makes every at-bat a big-time scare. Robbie Erlin, you're the king of the game. The beta pitching king rising to OOTP fame. With the whip of the bat
All right, we are back drafting the perfect bounty draft. Jay Ducci in the house. Good to see you, Jay Ducci. Hope things are going well. So again, if you are in this draft, to be compliant and be eligible to win the bounty packs, you have to draft cards that end in a 1, 9, 0, or 8, as you can see on the screen, in honor of the new 5L, the 1908 era. And A-Dub says, so we only need 2 pitchers? Maybe. I dare ya. Try it out. And does anyone know why it's 1908? Why the heck would LAP have a tournament set in 1908? Why? What's significant about 1908? Anyone guess? Obviously, not a lot of you have followed my channel before. Psycho, careful. One, it hasn't been done before. Badger, you guys are teaming up because of this guy. That's right. Oh no, we're not muting. One of my favorite cards last year in the game was Kitty, and he was a peak card from 1908. He was a stud. He was meta for me. I had his variant, or back then combinator, and thought, you know what? Let's set the 5L back in 1908. So good luck for those of you that are entering the 5L daily. Keep in mind, it is not 1914. But the type of card you need is very similar. So the card shape probably doesn't differ too much from what it was before. All right, let me finish my draft here. 1908. What round are we on? Round 13. I still need some pictures. Is it modern era? Yes, it is modern era. Let's go with Bill Knickerbocker. And if you do not have a card that's eligible, you have to bench them. And how about Mr. Linkvist? Wes Covington, absolutely. One big bronze, beautiful card. And I better take another picture. Randy. Let's go Don McMahon. He's better. Don't forget, we got the early bird draw coming up in 15 minutes. We're going to make the draw in 15 minutes for the early bird. 5 packs have to be here to win. And coming up later, the Waggy Awards. Yeah. And the pack ripping contest for 10 packs. So giving out lots of packs here today, guys. Hang in there. Hopefully you'll walk away with some of those. 1908. Basically, I think I got 5 eligible cards. Look at that. I'm going to have a team of 26. And just double check. If someone is not eligible, move them over to your reserve roster or bench them for like 90 days. How do you bench a player? For all the new players, you go to, you right click on their name. You go to set game strategy. And somewhere on here, it should say bench player for a certain number of days. So for this tournament, you'd want to bench them for 90 days if they're not eligible. Okay, I think I can take that banner off. Double check that they're all 1098. 1098. They are. All right, Kitty, this one's for you. Who is going to win the inaugural Kitty Bransfield Perfect Bounty Draft? Hope it's Max LP for that comment he made it. Putting it on mute. Max, if you win, I'm going to play that song on loop during the next entire break after the tournament. Just for you, Max, if you win. Okay, so we have both of our bounties going on. We have the perfect draft. It's full. Everyone's signed up in the drafting phase. And we have the entry fee, game number 1 about to come in. So let's wait to see how it goes down. This is only a best of 3, so it's not going to take very long for the whole tournament to finish. 2 hours maximum. Actually, less than 2 hours because the sims are 10 minutes. No, 2 hours maximum. Yeah, from this point. Max is losing 2-0 just to avoid the song. All right. Down to 15. I've only got 14 more people to beat now. The odds are even better. Okay, Joe, game 1's about to come in. You're facing Nathan Eovaldi. And the Rocky Mountain Gladiators will squeak out game number 1 by a 6-5 score. It was a close one. Rocky Mountain will score 4 in the third. The Tornadoes will score 3 in the bottom of the third. They will tie the game in the fourth, take the lead in the sixth before Rocky Mountain ties it in the seventh and win it in the eighth. Win goes out to Dizzy Dismukes, who is in my bullpen. And the loss will be to a really, really good modern bronze pitcher, Dan Quisenberry. He's one of the best modern bronze pitchers. So no shame there having him on your roster, but he did lose the game. And Wes Covington, if you don't have a Wes Covington and you play bronze, you might want to get him against the righties. He had a home run, 2 hits, 4 RBIs. Man, oh man, Wes Covington. In the other matchups, first game will go to Bonnie Lake, the Locos, the Renegades, the Shikori, the Baps, the Mounties, and the Eagles. For some reason, synchronicity is saying that I'm going to meet up against the Baps in the semifinal. I don't know. I just have that feeling after reverse sweeping them in the other tournament. Let's go take a look at the 5 variants that people may be using. I am using Nathan Eovaldi, who's leveled up to level number 2. I've also got a fully leveled up Matt Moore and a fully leveled up James Baldwin, who I use as a stopper once they fix the little variant bug. Okay with my pitching. The Bees have won. They've got a base variant John Frascatore. Cub fan Steve, he's got a Matt Moore as well, a base Matt Moore. The Springboks have a fully leveled Bob Perky. Haven't used him, but he looks really good, especially against the right-handed batters. The older the tournament is, the better I think he's going to do. So anything before like the 1990s, I think he's going to do very well. The Baps, who are they running? They've got Lloyd Brown as a level 5 variant. Good call there. I saw him in the last PTCS quite a bit. Bonnie Lake, what is Max running? No pitcher variants yet. Cape Cod Sharks, they have the fully leveled Nathan Eovaldi. In my opinion, the best pitcher in bronze right now would be the fully leveled Nathan Eovaldi. Very, very good. Not going to give up a lot of home runs against the lefties. Get yourself a Nathan. The Moose have Vic Sorrell fully leveled. And Harry Gumbert. I do like that Harry Gumbert. He's going to show up in the 5L Waggy Awards later on. The Shikori, no variant pitchers. The Mount Pleasant Mounties have Art Fromm as a level 5 variant. Yeah, I do like it. I haven't tried Vandermeer yet or Burns. I haven't tried some of the newer ones. I haven't really tinkered with my lineup. But yeah, every week your lineup's probably going to change at least one or two players because the cards are so good. There's always that one or two meta card that come out. Nothing with Mount Lookout. Whirlwinds, no pitcher variants. Richmond Hill. Ooh, Richmond Hill's going with 3 out of 5 as pitchers. Ed Roebuck. Pretty decent. Steve Sparks. Again, some people in bronze, for the new people out there, some people are willing to give up on stuff, and some people are willing to give up on control. What you want to maximize the best as you can is your HRA, which prevents home runs, and your pitcher BABIP, contact with the bat, ball on bat. So for the new players out there, if you play bronze, iron, most levels, in fact, you want high home run suppression and pitcher BABIP. The further you go back in time, if you go back to the 80s, the 70s, the 40s, the 30s, you want to focus more on the pitcher BABIP. And if you get into dead ball, big time pitcher BABIP. So some people like to sacrifice the stuff. Some people like to sacrifice the control. And you've got George. As a level 5, looks pretty good. That stuff bothers me a little bit, though. It's a little too low, in my opinion. Team Dynasty, no pitcher variants. The Chinooks have none. And the Tornadoes, my opposition, have a fully leveled John F. and a fully leveled almost fully leveled Joe Barry. I like that Joe Barry card in early eras. Good 5L pitcher for sure. Yes, Moore and Baldwin were studs pre-variant fix. Both of them were very good. Quickly through the hitters, I've got 2 variants. I'm running the Garth Orge, who I've had pretty much since the beginning. And I've got Jose Canseco for the home runs. I'm willing to sacrifice the average. He went 2 for 2 with a double and a home run in the first game. It's a pretty cheap variant to level up. The Bees have Navarez, Rudy, and Margeau. Rhinos have Milan, Elston Howard, and Tom Poquette. I have a level 5 Tom Poquette, but you're only allowed 5 variants, so he's more of an early era hitter for me. Springboks. Ooh, a fully leveled Don Mattingly. Dangerous Don. Fully leveled Jerry Benjamin, who is one of the best PTCS cards last go around. Fully leveled Billy Hamilton. The Springboks likes their defense, don't they? And Justin Maxwell going all out on the outfield. The Baps, 4 batting variants. Joe Rudy, Danny Santana, Pedro Alvarez, get some extra home run pop. It helped. Look at that. Oof. He had 3 hits, 2 home runs for you. Guy's going to hit dinger. And Johnny Estrada. Max has all 5 variants in his hitters. He also has a Jose Canseco. He has Specs. Gene Alley. Really good against the lefties. Jed. Another good one against the lefties. And Norm Cash. Most expensive variant right now for bronze is this guy. This guy is going to cost you the most. He's probably close to 200,000 perfect points to get a Velarde variant. I mean, he's really good, not as a variant. You can imagine what he'd be as level 5. Great bat, great defense. Serpent has 4 batters, all fully leveled. Tuffy Rhodes, Billy C. Oh, there he is. Serpent. one of the few that has the fully maxed out Velarde. And he got a Joe D today as a limited edition card. Serpent doing well. And Lahair fully maxed out. One of the best bronze cards is Brian. Shikori, none. Still managed to win a lot of tournaments. Orge, Vaughn Joshua, and Santana for the Moose. So we've seen a couple Santana, a couple Orge. First Vaughn Joshua we've seen. 3 for the Mounties. They got Linz, Billy C, and Lance Johnson. Lookouts, none. Oop, the sim is in. Okay. Here we go, Tornadoes. And it will be tied up. Wow. 9-8 this time. So 2 one-run games. This time it's the Tornadoes. The Gladiators will score 3 runs in the last couple innings, but come up 1 run short. Quisenberry makes amends, gets the win. So Quisenberry has pitched 2 games in a row. And Baldwin, yeah, I think it's time to dump him. 5 earned runs he gives up. He did not get any outs. Don Mattingly is your player of the game. In other matchups, 1-1 between the Chinooks and Eagles. The Mounties with a 2-0 lead over the Springboks. Cub fan Steve and the Baps tied up at 1. Moose, Bonnie Lake, Renegades, Starks, Whirlwind, Shikori tied up at 1. And the Locos with a 2-0 lead. Very, very close series, Joe. Yeah. 1 run each game. And it's a best of 3. So, Joe, whoever wins game number 3 is going to move on. We will find out in about 7 minutes. All right, Kava, it is time to redeem your choice here. I'm going to go into my main team. And then we're going to do the draw for the early bird draw. The pack opening contest, I'm going to give you the link for that right now. 10 packs. Feel free to enter that. I'm going to do that at the end of the show. I'm going to rip some packs. It shows you on the Google form what type of packs I'm going to open up. So you can fill that form out. Let me make sure it's accepting responses. I believe it is. Yes, it is. Choose your responses wisely. All right, Kava wants me to open a pack. Let's see what we have available. And BD Cable, I did see that. We'll do that later as well. Well, Kava, what would you like me to open up? What would you like me to purchase? It doesn't have permissions. Thank you, Jaducci. Okay, permissions are on. You should be able to get in now. Look at my inventory. I don't have much in my inventory. Got a diamond pack. Historical silver. What would you like? By the way, there is a spot pack up right now. Let me show you while Cavacom is thinking here. Let me show you what is in that pack. you ever want to see the odds for the spot packs, you can go to the forums. And as we head to the break and I get ready to open Cavacom's pack, there are the odds. There is a chance at 3, 6, 8 perfect cards at about 1% each. So you have just under 8% chance of winning a perfect. You're guaranteed at least a gold or better, 37,000 perfect points to get an NEL2, a rival week, a Hall of Fame plaque, or one of today's June gems. So I'll leave that up during the break. I'm going to cash in a couple Helm biscuits here. So we've got the RCMP for BD Cable. Back.
How was your day, sweetheart?
It was fine, but my neck is a bit sore.
Mine too. Do you think it's our mattress?
No, I'm quite certain it's the human beings sitting on our backs.
RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. We wake up in the morning and we comb our hair, put on our Mountie underwear, protect the country at any stake, playing with horses on every lunch break.
Hey, Buttercup! Come play, Buttercup!
Canadian pride we represent. We usually wear gray, but you know it's the best when we wear red jackets and fancy hats. Watch us bust and move in our Mountie pants.
Go, Daryl! You've got soul, Daryl! Go, Daryl! Go, go, Daryl! Go, Daryl, go!
RCMP, heroes on horseback from sea to sea. RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
In all of North America, they're the largest force that cares for ya.
RCMP, we're the Mounties. Like the police, but for the whole nation. Protect the PM in every situation. We're the fighters of federal crimes, like people producing fake dollars and dimes.
Hey, Bill! That looks like a fake bill!
In certain regions where the local cops protect the streets and make the crime stop. For others we guard their highways the best, enforcing safety in our flashy vests. RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. We're the mounted Mounties and we draw the line on dangerous stuff from other countries to mine. Protect the nation from all around and keep the borders safe and sound.
Good night, border. Sleep tight, border.
RCMP, heroes on horseback from sea to sea. RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
In 1920, they became the crime fighters that saved the day.
RCMP, we're the Mounties.
Our fancy coat is called a surge. It's fresh and fierce and gives us courage. Our baggy pants aren't possible, but they make sitting like this possible.
Look at me, I'm on a horse's back. Our steeds are trained and they're always black. They're usually just for
Ceremonies, cause a car is faster than your average pony. So come on horses, it's giddy up time. We're taking you out for the musical ride. It's the
All right, we are back. It is time for the early bird draw. You've got 10 seconds. If you haven't gone in yet, make sure you get your entry in before we draw for 5 packs. And we are closed. All right, got to be here to win. If I don't hear from you within 5 minutes, we will draw another name. All the best to all our entries. The winner of 5 packs goes to hip to be square. I mean, hip and knee. Hip, hip, hip. You make me want to sing now, hip and knee, Doc. Are you around, hip and knee? Hip, hip, hip to be square. Where are you, hip? Well, we'll give hip, not a singer. Oh, you have to sing for your packs, hip. Okay, you and I together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we'll still give you the packs. Congratulations, hip and knee, Doc. Why is Kitty unredeemable? Because I'm waiting for if there is a Kitty card this year. We can't promote Kitty until Kitty is in the game. Mike's sure. Sure. All right, Hip, I need your PT username. Please let me know what that is, and I will write that down as soon as I see it pop up. Badger, I don't know if that's sarcasm or not. Probably is. Same as your handle, Hip and Doc. Okay. Yep. And I can't see that being a tag name that many people would try to use. You are the OG and a really good PT player. Congratulations on your success. I see a lot of perfect league play and tournament play, and your team always seems to be up there. All right, we're going to mark that as complete. Don't forget, you can enter the 10-pack giveaway. Let me pin that in the chat if I can find it. Since one of my mods did not post that. Where is it? 10 packs. Forums, that's not that one. I'm just searching up. There we go. This one, that one. Pin. There we go. Pinned in chat. If you want to enter to win 10 packs, just fill out that form. What do we have next? What do we have next? The bounties. Waggy Awards coming up a little bit later. I'm going to show off the top. I'm going to show off the top 1914 cards. So anytime you play a lower level bronze, iron, dead ball tournament, you might want to write down some of these cards because they are the ones that perform the best in that type of environment. Also going to go through the top managers. Who were the best managers in the 5L and 6L in May? You'll see the win percentages. Pierogi. Haven't seen you around, Pierogi. I think it's the South Philly team, if I remember correctly. You got 5 spot packs. Got Bagwell and RJ, which is sold for 400. Always rip packs during lap stream. Well, Pierogi, you might have missed it earlier. 2 people on my stream got the Joe D limited edition card. Ezra Denny and Serpent. Early on my stream, each pulled one of those cards. Oh, you will, Xanth. You will. Just one more pack, Xanth. Just one more pack. Oh, speaking of packs, I'm getting to this slower than Cavacom opens his own packs. Cavacom's no longer the slowest opener of packs. I owe him his Hound Biscuit redemption. He says, Lap, can you open a historical silver? Well, thank you. Thank you for being so generous on me today. But you know what, Cava, for you, because you're an OG legend, I'm going to open one of each. One of each types of these packs. We're going to start with the regular one. What do we got? All duplicates. Okay, Cava. Next up, we got a silver pack. Sosa for A-Dub. Nothing, Cava. Gold pack. Well, 4 out of 6 new cards, Cava. That's always good. Including Max, Robert Garcia. Diamond pack and historical. We got the diamond pack next. Live card, Riley Green. We're just going to quick sell him. And the one Cava wanted me to open. Let's at least get a variant here, Cava. The historical silver. Two new cards. got the Ryan Friel, which I don't own yet, and the Juan Segura, which looks like a pretty good card, Cava. I'm going to put him on the market. I think I'm going to list him. And if anyone here wants him for 1 point more than the highest bid, you can have it. I always like to give it to someone in chat if I can. I don't play silver, so he's not a priority to own right now. So if you want that Juan Segura, you can have it for 1 point more than the highest listed buy price. And I did get a Jim Booten. Brent, you can still fill out the form. The form is pinned in chat there, Brent, or the pack ripping. This is not part of the pack ripping. So just go up to the top there, Brent, and put in your best guesses. All right, Cava, thank you for using those biscuits. Ferocious Mopes. Stop your moping. It is a Thursday. And it looks like we have a winner in our entry fee bounty as I just got the notification. Oh, Joe. Joe. Where is it? Joe. My dear old Joe. Well, we had 2 1-run games, and then game 3 was a 2-run game. The Oil City Tornadoes have just won 5 packs by winning the entry fee bounty. Big cheer, big round of applause, chat. Give it up to Joe for making right. Joe will now get to take on the Screaming Eagles. Also in the semifinals, Cub fan Steve and Rojo. Max LP taking on the Locos. Then the Renegades will take on the Whirlwinds. So I lost out in the first round with a lot of other really good managers. Baps, Sharks, McCodcar, Nooks, Moose. Yeah, I lost out with a lot of good managers in that tournament. Let's go check on the other bounty. Yeah, exactly. Reverse synchronicity. Oil City taking out the Oil Fan. Okay. Where is it? Perfect draft. Quick. Well, it's still green. That's a good sign. And this time I'm taking on Hip and Knee Doc. Go figure. Synchronicity, take a drink. Just winning the 5-pack early bird. And now Hip and Knee Doc has me down 1-0. Got to go check that Hip and Knee Doc is compliant. On my side of the bracket, the Renegades, the Ducks, Chinooks, the Whirlwinds, the Eagles, and the Flying Ears. And on the other side, we got the Founders, the Bonnie Lake, Red Binders, Sword Guys, Mounties, Cavacom's Racing Stripes, the Locos, and the George Jetsons. So I want to make sure Springboks, Renegades, and Ducks are all compliant. Springbok had to bench 4 players. Ooh, did not get a very good round of iron cards and still beat me in the first game. 1908 is good. I already forgot the other 2 teams. The Ducks and the Renegades. 1908, they had to bench Nate Bump. Carlos Beltran is not eligible. So if I do come up against Richmond Hill, they are not eligible for the bounty because they have a 4 as part of their team. And Carlos has played a game already. So fortunately, we have to disqualify Brando 99. I won a tournament. Woohoo! A bronze quick. Oh, that's the one that I reverse swept Baps in. Sorry, Baps. You'll get me. You'll get me again. All right, game number 2 goes to Rocky Mountain by a 10-3 score over the Springboks. Hopefully can take advantage of that shorter roster, smaller roster. And then the other games where the other team was the Ducks. Are they compliant? 1908. They are. So on my side of the bracket, as long as I don't come up against the Renegades, if I happen to win that first round. Look how close this is on the left side of the bracket. All series tied at 1. On the right side of the bracket, almost all series are 2-0. Except for the Locos and the Jetsons. Okay. So we can check on that a little bit later because those are best of, I think those are best of 5. Okay, anything else I want to check here? I don't think so. So let's go back to the slides. So yeah, the Waggy Awards coming up in about a half-hour time. What's up next? Don't forget, it's pinned in the chat at the top of the chat. Your chance to win not 5 but 10 packs. Predicting how I'll do in my pack opening contest. I think I'm going to open up 70 packs. It says so in the description. So answer all 6 questions and the 2 tiebreakers. And if you advance the furthest, if you get the first question right, you get to move on. Second question right, you get to move on. And whoever the last person remaining is will win those 10 packs. As Spore mentioned earlier, he will be back on tonight on the replay. If you did not get all the OOTP drops this morning, they do replay it during the evening. So you can get the main drops at some point tonight. When that shows up again, just hop back into the stream and your drops will resume from wherever they left off. I think I got 4 out of 5 today. I think I was a little late joining the show there. Also coming up next week are the Future Legends Series number 2. On the 19th, we've got our next theme week. This time it's 1996, which is the 6L, coincidentally. The 6L was sent in 1926 or 1996. And then coming up at the end of the month, one of our favorite series from OOTP 24, The Immortals are back for season number 2. So that's what's coming up in the next 3 weeks of TWIPT. And Max is going to be on, he is going to be the guest on the Ezra Denny show this Tuesday night, next Tuesday night, I guess. So after TJ is done, check out Ezra Denny as he will be interviewing Max LP80. Don't know if the daughter will be there. Maybe. Might be past her bedtime, though. Probably going to be past. What is next? And OOTP Go. There are some new players that have joined the community, like Ferocious Mopes and Ricky P10 and Oz, Unsainted TV, History Rebel, Peter the Great. If you're unaware, OOTP is available on your favorite mobile device for $9.99. You can download it, Apple Store, Google Play Store. You can spam tournaments. You can create rosters. You can open packs. You can play some of the base game right from your phone. You don't have to be on your desktop. So again, if you're interested in OOTP Go, it is on your app store. Go download it. It's one-time fee. You don't have to pay monthly. For $10, you get it for the full cycle. And in fact, you get it for 2 years because this game runs for about 2.5 years before they take it off the servers. So you can continue to play it while you're on the bus, talking to your best friend, Gus, in a little bit of a muss. Just don't put up a fuss. Go get OOTP Go. Okay. Next segment. Dollar, are you still around, Dollar? Are you here? Yes, don't fall asleep. Don't fall asleep and forget to turn your stream off. All right, Dollar. Coming up after the break, a new segment here on the channel. We'll be back in a couple for the Laptop Pound Community Hall of Fame. See you in a bit. All right, so we are back for a new segment, the Laptop Hound Community Hall of Fame. I figured I want to honor some of my community members that have done some amazing accomplishments. I've only got 2 for you today, but I hope to add to it over the course of time. So here are our first 2 inductees into the Laptop Hound Community Hall of Fame. And I think you would both agree that these are 2 well-deserving community members based on achievements in the game that I've come across. So it's not retroactive, unfortunately. I put these together like a week or 2 ago. Our first Hall of Fame recipients, congratulations go out to a PTCS champion that was a PAX only team. Now, you know how tough it is to compete as a PAX only team because you cannot buy anything off the card shop. No, you're not allowed. You cannot buy anything on the card shop. You have to use cards you get in packs or win in tournaments or use with the clubhouse stars. So you can't do anything with the card shop. So that means you can't buy cards for your tournament teams. And although this was a perfect draft, which again, packs only doesn't seem to have as much, if any, impact, it still is quite an accomplishment. So I want to shout out our first ever pack only champion, the B-Town Barnstormers, who were able to win all the cards from the last PTMS, one of the prestigious tournaments in this game. There are only 2 winners. That's it. 2 people win this. And the Barnstormers Beetle Boy was able to come through in the end and represent. So if he didn't start up a pack only team, he wouldn't have this team, which means he wouldn't have entered a team in this tournament, which means that he wouldn't have won. So thank you, B-Town Barnstormers, Beetle Boy 9112, for creating a pack only team. And if you want to be a pack only team, head over to my Discord, type in !Discord. You can find all the information there. The other winner was the Torsang Thunder. They were the traditional tournament PTMS winners. Again, only 2 can call themselves champions. It's not like a PTCS where there's 6 champions. There are only 2. Man, that's quite the accomplishment. Our second recipient. Now, it doesn't mean you have to be all-time greatness. Sometimes if you do you come against all odds to do something, you deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. And I've never seen this done before. I thought it was quite the unique achievement. And this involved the Dollar Dragonflies, who's in the chat today. Now, Dollar's pretty good at a lot of things. Dollar's really good at predicting what variants I get. He always guesses silver, and he's right about 80% of the time. That's not why Dollar's in the Hall of Fame. A couple weeks ago, in one of the bounties, Dollar knocked me out 3-0 in the quarterfinals to win the bounty. Now, again, that is not Hall of Fame worthy because everyone beats me in bounties. We have to be selective on who gets into this Hall of Fame. I know you're thinking, but Lap, I beat you too. I know you have, but that's not why. Dollar went 12-0 in the bounty tournament. So he knocked me out in the first round 3-0, or in the second round. He knocked out the Whale Sharks in the first round, swept them. He swept VR Mind 3-0, and then he swept the Gambino theme team 3-0. Again, normally not Hall of Fame worthy because going 12-0, although quite the achievement, it would be like Dave Steeb. You have a good tournament, you have a good decade, doesn't mean you get into the Hall of Fame, right, Dave? Next. This is a modern tournament. Yes, this weekend is the PTCS Sprint on Saturday. Now, this is a modern day tournament in Quicks, and Dollar was not able to draft a full roster. So he had to go with 3 pitchers, where everyone else was typically using 5. he had to use 3 the entire tournament. Kyle Bradish, Jim Longborn, Morg, and Kevin Tapani. Now, is that Hall of Fame worthy, going 12-0 with only 3 starting pitchers? No, it's not. Sorry, Dollar. It's good, but it's not Hall of Fame worthy. In his bullpen, he only had 4 pitchers, including Dave Kingman. So really, he had 6 pitchers and Dave Kingman. He goes 12-0 with 6 pitchers and Dave Kingman. And if you know the Dave Kingman card, he has a little bit of pitching ability. Not much. He's not really a two-way player. Dave Kingman in the tournament had a win, no losses, and an ERA of 1.59. He pitched almost 6 innings, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 9, you heard me right, 9 strikeouts. Now, not as a batter, as a pitcher, 9 strikeouts. He had a whip of 1.06. He did not give up a home run. His walk per 9 ratio was 3.2, and his K per 9 ratio was 14.3. So, because of this tournament and because of the underwhelming pitching staff and overwhelming odds, Dollar, the Dragonflies, get in to the Laptop Hound Hall of Fame. What an incredible tournament. Now, if this was dead ball era, it probably would not be worthy because you don't need that many pitchers. But in modern era with a lot of home runs, to be able to go 12-0, not lose a single game. And in fact, as Dollar said, if he would have lost 1 game in the first round, he probably would have not advanced past that first round. But the fact that he was able to sweep meant his starting pitchers got to rest up. So he pretty much had a rested 6 pitching staff for the entire tournament, which again is just unbelievable. So again, B-Town Barnstormers, Beetle Boy, your Hall of Fame plaque. Dollar Dragonflies, your Hall of Fame plaque. They are going to go into the Laptop Pound cheap wooden box display case as the first 2 recipients for the Community Hall of Fame. Good stuff. Congratulations. Well done. So I will be on the lookout for other major achievements. The one that I'm looking for is anyone that can win 5 tournaments in a 5-hour, 6-hour in a month. Spore got 4. Ezra tied Spore a few weeks ago, but I'm looking for 5. You want to make the Hall of Fame, you got to win 5 tournaments in the daily for the 5L or 6L, not combined. You got to win 5 in 1 month. And we'll look for some other achievements along the way, but just something fun I wanted to do for you guys, for the community, just to recognize some of your awesome gameplay. Deep dives. We got the Waggy Awards coming up after the next break with the top cards from the 5L. And next week, we've got the 6L data, the top cards from the 6L from 1996. We are having a theme team coming up. So we'll show you which cards have performed the best. June 12th will be Bronze Quick Data from Serpent, and June 16th will be Serpent's Iron Quick Data. So I like to give you guys some of the top card plays at the lower levels Those will come up over the next few weeks. I sent you a DM there, A-Dub. Go check your DMs on Discord. Okay, let's go back and check the bounty. Don't forget, enter the contests. Let me put that in chat as soon as I bring the bounty up here. The pack giveaway. Still got 10 more packs to give away here. You guys don't want them? Can't believe it. Go enter. What do we got so far? Only 18 entries. 18. 10 packs. There you go. There's the Google form. That's funny. You should mention Jesse Chavez, and then you choose something to do with Jesse Chavez. All right, so you've got a few more minutes to enter that. We'll do that after the Waggy Awards, and the Springboks and I are tied up at 2. After I win game number 4 by a 9-7 score, the Chinooks have advanced. Everything else is tied up at 2 on the left side of the bracket, and on the red side, the right side of the bracket, only the red binders have moved on. So 6 of the 8 games matchups are going to a pivotal game deciding number 5, which will be in about 7 minutes time. Okay, next up, little update on the 5L 6L. I kind of mentioned it earlier on, but the 5L is now set in 1908. So please, if you're drafting, keep that in mind. It's not 1914. I know Ezra has a certain card shape he's looking for. I have a certain card shape I'm looking for. But this is pure dead ball. There are not a lot of home runs. So you don't have to worry about power back in 1908. That's for sure. If you do a matchup on Baseball Reference between 1914 and 1918, 1914 was dead ball. 1918 is much more that dead ball environment. So keep that in mind when you're drafting. Top managers for the 5L in May. Here you go. I'm going to take myself off the screen. The Pittsburgh Rebels had the best win percentage. 66% win percentage. Big shout out. Now this has removed all the Jim Unknown matchups. Very important. So any teams that got 4 wins from playing a Jim Unknown team, those were removed. In fact, even in the Waggy Awards, all that data was removed. I did not want to include any Jim Unknown statistics in these numbers here. So quite the feat. They only won 1 tournament, but they went 102 wins and 53 losses. Red Deer Binders didn't enter as many tournaments. They went 48 and 35 for the second best win percentage. The Milwaukee Abandoned Boats, they enter a lot of tournaments. They went 86 or 82 and 60. Roaming Rascals, number 4, 60 and 44. And then the Whale King, Mr. Positive, with the Las Vegas Outlaws, had the number 5 best winning percentage at 57%. B-Town Nasty Boys, Las Vegas Pit Vipers, AL All-Stars, Novi Expos, and the Rocky Mountain Gladiators round up your top 10 win percentage. Now, Ezra Denny won 4 tournaments in May, but he did not end up in the top 10 for win percentage. So Ezra was either win it all or lose out very early. That was kind of Ezra's path to his May 5L. 6L. We'll be going a change in drafts. Yeah, as Ezra says, he lost in round 1 every other tournament. Feast or famine for Ezra. So the 6L is going to change either tomorrow or the next day. They weren't able to quite get it in a couple days ago with the 5L, but it will undergo a change in the draft. The year will stay the same. It'll stay 1996, but the way you draft and the cards that you see in the draft, that's going to change. It's still, for the most part, going to be lower level. In the 5L, it was still bronze and iron, except for one round of silver. And the other change for the 5L was eliminating a lot of the live cards. I like the historical cards. I don't like using live cards all the time. So in the 5L, most of your choices are historical, except for a couple rounds, there are some live cards. 6L will change. You'll see how that shakes out. I think when tonight's generates, you should be able to see how that one has changed, either tonight or tomorrow, but it will stay in 1996. And yeah, thank you, Ezra. This is, it's where we got to last year, pretty much at the end of the cycle. I just wanted to go back to 1908. And I don't think we're going to make too many changes in it going forward. I think I want to keep the 5L pretty much where it is right now. If I do tweak it a little bit, it might be in some of the drafting rounds, maybe. Same with the 6L, Brent. Yeah. The 6L, there are not going to be a lot of live cards in the 6L. Again, I want to try and have similar properties to how it was last year. So the new one for the 6L should pop up either tonight or tomorrow. Your top managers for May in the 6L. The best win percentage went to the Charlotte Dachshunds with the 58% win percentage, 3 tournament wins, so almost got to that 4th win. 236 wins and 171 losses. Other than myself, it was the manager that played this tournament the most. I don't think they missed a day. Maybe one. The Crypto Bro Rug Pullers, BFF, had the second best winning percentage, almost 100 wins. B-Town Nasty Boys, Beetle Boy is back. 3rd best win percentage. Winnipeg Blue Bombers, and then coming in at number 5, Hancocks and Sidekicks. Our good friend Tiger Cub, the Michigan Wolves, number 6. Ezra Denny actually had a better win percentage in the 6L, where he didn't win a tournament, than he did in the 5L, where he won 4 tournaments. Very weird. Rocky Mountain Gladiators in 8th. Makadkar coming in 9th for win percentage. And Hanover comes in at number 10. So 10 managers plus with a win percentage of over 53%. Well done to our 6L managers. Okay, coming up after the break is the Waggy Awards, and then we're going to rip some packs. And as we head to the break, A-Dub has redeemed some Hound Biscuits. He mentioned he wants a tournament with Jesse Chavez. You guys know Jesse, right? Are you guys familiar with Jesse? You know his card, his live card, and all the fun people have poked with Jesse? Well, you know, Laptop Hound can't just let that slide by without some sort of love and honoring of Jesse. But here you go. As we head to the break, subscribers, Twitch Turbo users, enjoy Jesse's card.
We know how Lap and I-Dub love their meme cards. Here's another one set to break. Billboard's Top 100. Let's go! He stands on the mound, dust kicks his boots. Eyes like steel staring down roots. Born in San Gabriel in '83. Pitching in Atlanta, wild and free.
Jesse, oh Jesse. Fans on their feet, a collective prayer. Oh, oh, TP teams looking at your card, putting you in the lineup only on a dare. Jesse Chavez throwing heat through time. Your low card ratings make it difficult to rhyme. A 40-iron legend now in the making, but if managers are using you, wins they won't be raking. The years weigh heavy on a pitcher's frame. That 41-year-old body has withered in the game. The roar of the crowd, a fleeting embrace. That home run suppression of one, an embarrassment for your fans to face. Creaking joints, but fire in his veins. Every strike a fight, every game remains. Only a little orange in a profile of red. I think I will use Ray Caldwell instead. Jesse Chavez throwing heat through time. Your low card ratings make it difficult to rhyme. A 40-iron legend now in the making, but if managers are using you, wins they won't be raking. Jesse, oh, oh, Jesse, you have forever changed our pen. Jesse, oh, 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 Jesse, you are now a boy amongst men. Oakland, Kansas, Texas have seen better days. Starting in Pittsburgh and a cup of coffee with the Angels in LA. You make us sad seeing your decline each day. I dug desperately, wanted to see you as a Tampa Bay Ray. Jesse Chavez throwing heat through time. Your low card ratings make it difficult to rhyme. A 40-iron legend now in the making, but if managers are using you, wins they won't be raking. Jesse's card. I wish I had Jesse's card. Where can I find a card like that?
All right, we are back after the break. Yes, a little love to one of our favorite meme cards. Get him in your lineup. I dare you. Well, we know A-Dub is never afraid to put any card into his lineup. The reason he's made 4 PTCSs this upcoming Saturday. He's willing to take those chances. Jesse's card. All right, it is time for the 5L, May 5L top cards. When you're drafting the 5L, these are some of the cards you might want to look for. We're going to start with the pitchers. Top WOBA pitchers. And thanks to Serpent for the data collection on this. I'm going to give you the top 5 historical pitchers and the top 5 live pitchers. Remember, there are no variants. You are not allowed to use variants in a perfect draft. So these are all the base cards that you're going to see for both pitchers and hitters. Coming in at number 5, 500 innings pitched. Your 5th best live pitcher. He is now a silver. So to get him, you would have to get him in that last round. He is Merrill Kelly with a WOBA of 2952. And number 5, historical pitcher in May's 5L, Harry Gumbert. We saw a variant of him in the Bounty today. Harry looks to be a pretty good pitcher in the 5L. Remember, all the Jim Unknown data was scrubbed. So this does not include the inflated stats from playing a Jim Unknown team. Coming in at number 4, live pitcher, number 4 live pitcher in the 5L, Justin Verlander, who dropped down to a 60, so he may not be as effective. And number 4 historical pitcher in the 5L is Dustin Mosley, a card that was not on my radar. I don't use Dustin often, but stat-wise, he comes in as your 4th best historical pitcher in the 5L. Coming in at number 3, live pitcher. 3rd best live pitcher in the 5L was Shane Baz. Shane dropped from a 59. Dustin's on your team tomorrow. There you go. And the number 3 historical pitcher with a 2.725 WOBA, String Bean Williams. Always a really good choice in the 5L because he has a bat. He's a good two-way player. He can play outfield, and he's a must draft. In the 5L, you take String Bean every single time. No question. You got to draft this guy. Number 2, the 2nd best live pitcher in the 5L in May went to Bowden Francis, a Toronto Blue Jay, with a 2.709 WOBA. And the 2nd best historical pitcher. Yeah, you guys know him. He's going to be talked about years to come as one of the best bronze pitchers in OOTP 26. Jim Booten. So Jim Booten does perform well in the 5L with a 2.723. Well, how about the top 5L pitchers? Who do you think had the best WOBA as a pitcher? Who are you always looking for? Who is your must draft? Yeah, Oz, that's the same with Dismukes. Yeah, those are 2 you always take in the 5L. There's a comment. Dollars always on top of things. Yes. No, he's only good in modern era, Dollar. He's good for the 6L. Yeah, Variant is brutally good in cap tournaments for sure. Fact is, Variant is much better. Number 1 in the 5L, live pitcher with a 2.692 WOBA, another Blue Jay. The best 2 live pitchers were Blue Jays. Go figure on a laptop pound draft. Jose Berrios does very well. Again, it looks like he dropped down in his ratings a bit from last month, so I don't know if that impacts his ratings too much. Maybe look for him in drafts. And your number 1 pitcher in the 5L in May, Oz mentioned him earlier, Dizzy Dismukes. So if you can get Dizzy, String Bean, Harry Gumbert, if you can get all 3 of those, Jim Booten, you should have a fairly strong, consistent pitching staff. 2.665. If we compare the 2 best live pitchers, Francis and Berrios, you see that Berrios has a better K per 9, better WOBA, better BABIP, better home run percentage, but then Francis kills it in the other areas. So both look to be extremely decent pitchers in the 5L. Pair them up with Bingo and Newt and maybe Dink Mothel. Bruce Petway, some of the diamond guys too. Felton Snow, or some of the silver guys, I mean. If we compare Dizzy and Jim, the top 2 pitchers, here you can see the stat matchup. Again, it's pretty much a 50-50 split in terms of who outperforms the other. Now, this is with a minimum 500 innings pitch, so I didn't want to, put a guy that pitched 40 innings as part of the top 5. So they do have to have a pretty good sample size, and my choice was 500 innings pitched. Thicket Cat, good to see you. Thanks for joining in the stream as long as you could. And if you entered the pack giveaway contest ticket and you happen to win, you'll still get the packs. You don't have to be here to win those packs. So hopefully you filled out that Google form at the top. Have a wonderful rest of your day and a great weekend. And if we compare Dizzy with Jose, the top two pitchers, Dizzy rocks it on most things. However, Barrios had a better K per nine, better walk per nine, better K and walk percentage. So Dizzy, Barrios, Dismukes, String Bean. I'm not so sure if I would trust Francis with his drop in ratings, but we'll see next month. In fact, we won't because there are no more live pitchers, I don't think. You might have one or two towards the end of the draft. Mostly going to be historical, which is much better for data collection because then you don't have the live card changes to worry about. Okay, next on to our hitters. Catching wise, who should you be looking for as your catchers? Now, these are just the top two for every position based on WOBA. I did not pick a live and a historical. It's just who were the two best WOBA catchers. Minimum 500 plate appearances and minimum 50 defensive rating. So if you have a guy like, who is it, Ryan Dumit, who has like a low catching rating, he would not qualify as a catcher. Top two, who's it going to be? Coming in at number 2 is a live card, Austin Wells. I never think to draft him. I guess I'm going to have to take a better look with Austin Wells. And number 1, as you can see, it's quite the difference in WOBA, 372 to 339. IDub knows his cards. Saltamakia. Yeah, Saltamakia was the number 1 catching card. Just like you got to take this Mukes and String Bean all the time, you got to take this guy. He rips it up in the 5L. At first base, look at that WOBA, 409. The highest WOBA, I think, of any card in 5L. You play him in low gold, so you assume he's great there. Yeah, I would like that variant. Coming in as the second best first baseman is Brian LaHare. Now, many of you, if you had to bet, probably would have thought he would have been number 1, maybe in the 6L. But in the 5L, it was not Brian. With a 409 WOBA, it was Johnny Nguyen. This guy in the 5L, 409 WOBA. He doesn't have much power, but you don't need power. I think he only plays first base. Is that right, Serpent? He can only play first. And there's no DH in this tournament. You do not get a DH. So I don't have the best DH card because there is no DH. At second base, 367 WOBA, and the second best was a 335 WOBA. Second place is another baseball reference card, Ron Hunt from the Montreal Expos, one of the best logos in baseball history. The best DH is no DH. I agree. Ezra, you and I are on the same page. I like tournaments with no DHs. Make those pitchers hit. Helps with your strategy a little bit too. You got to, think about drafting pitchers that have some bat. Makes a guy like String Bean and Dizzy Dismukes a little more valuable. And the best second baseman is Paul Molitor. Not the newest card, but he came out probably towards the beginning of April, somewhere around there. And he's kind of that great shape for a 5L. Might not have the speed, but he's got everything else. So he had the 367 WOBA. So look for Paul Molitor and Ron Hunt. Casanar says, been using Nguyen in quicks with some success. Yeah. All you new players out there, take a look for him. A lot of those unassisted triple play cards are pretty good. Next up, third base. Top third baseman at a 365 Woba. Second best was a 360, so pretty close. Coming in at number 2, a card I've never looked for before. Chat, do you guys use this card? I never have. But by collecting this data, now I know I've got to look for him. Eric Soderholm was your second best performing third baseman. E-Dub says, great versus righties. Dollar, you're like me. I never knew it existed. I'm glad I'm not the only one. And also a live card. Yeah, a live card and an iron live card. Now, this might be a card you still get choice of in the 5L because in round, I think it's round 11 and 12, there might be a few live cards. Or maybe it's just round 12. But I couldn't believe it when I saw that this guy was the best third baseman, 52 overall. Now, it looks like his rating did drop with the last live update, so maybe he won't be as good. But hey, when you get to that iron round in round 12, if he's there, why not grab him? Shortstop. 350 Woba coming in second place. Maury Wills, who was a Clubhouse Shop card. I think he's on sale now in the Clubhouse Shop. But in terms of the 5L, a card you might want to look for. Second best shortstop, Woba. Who's going to be number 1? Probably not who you think it might be. Who's the best 5L shortstop? A-Dub says you can get Maury for 30 Clubhouse stars now. Another iron card. Mondesi had the second best Woba. Yeah, A-Dub got it. Second best Woba. I thought it might have been Cabrera because Cabrera, the unassisted triple play Cabrera, is a pretty good card. But no, it is this guy here. A-Dub's proud of himself. He got it. Yeah, that new set of iron, it'll be a much different look for the 5L. But mind you, does that affect a 1908 tournament as much? Because you're still looking for that specific card shape. I think the iron infusion is definitely going to change modern era, like maybe the 6L. But will it change the 5L much? Left field. Second place with the 362 Woba. Nick Gordon. A guy I was using right from the beginning in my bronze tournaments, and then I dropped him as better cards came out. But as soon as the game came out, I had Nick Gordon in my lineup. And with the 374 Woba, Elston Howard. Now, you could use Elston at right field as well, but he's listed as a left fielder. And he's got that shape. Ezra knows what I'm talking about with that shape. A very top-heavy profile, really good BABIP, really good avoid K. I think he's got decent gap power, got a little bit of speed. So he is your best left fielder. Irube and Hechavar area. Howard can catch as well. Yes, he was listed on my top 10 catchers, but I didn't want to list him in two places. Saltamacchia was still the best, but he for those that use him at catcher, you're still going to get that Woba output. Center field, Woba of 378. Second best was a Woba of 359. Yeah, from the Pittsburgh Pirates. 67 overall. He can play other places in the outfield as well. Got pretty good defense. And apparently pretty good Woba as well with the 359. And your best center fielder, if he comes to you in a draft, Roy Thomas. And it's funny because Roy Thomas, the year on his card is 1908. So I would think he's still going to be one of your top center fielder plays in 1908 in the 5L. So get that Roy Thomas. And in the right field spot, a WOBA of 361 for the best card, 356 for second place. Second place goes to Carlos Beltran, listed as a center fielder, but he's got a really good arm, if I remember. So a lot of people will use him in right field. From the Kansas City Royal, that version of Carlos Beltran. Yeah, the pitchers might do better for the 5L. Completely agree. Yep. And who was the best right fielder in terms of WOBA? Kind of a shock, but a pleasant shock for the best right fielder. And that was the PTCS. Ray Caldwell comes in as the best WOBA right fielder. Now listed as a pitcher. He is a two-way guy. He played in the dead ball era period, and a lot of people still use him in right field against, I think it's against the righties, maybe. His profile is really weird. Against the lefties, he's better one way, like he'd be really good in 1996. And against the righties, he's really good in the earlier eras. It's a really weird profile for Ray Caldwell. Like he seems like he's close to meta in both eras, but on different sides of the plate. And if you want a Ray Caldwell, when he came out, I said, get a copy. You might need him for future dead ball tournaments. He was going for about 600-700 perfect points. I checked yesterday and he was going for about 1,200. So you can still pick up a copy of Ray Caldwell. He's just a little more expensive. But yeah, he is good on both sides of the plate, but better for different eras on both sides. The most played. Who was the most drafted cards in the 5L? It should be since April 5th, not since May 5th. But the two most drafted cards. Interesting. With 4,822 at-bats. Second place, 4,101 at-bats. These were the only two cards over 4,000 at-bats. The only two were these two guys. Dink Mothel. Remember, you don't need to own these cards. If this was a traditional tournament, it probably wouldn't be Dink Mothel because not everyone has completed that mission. But because it's a draft and available in the draft, he gets drafted quite a bit. And the card that had the most at-bats, Mr. Cabrera. Mentioned him earlier. He is not amongst the top two for second baseman or the infielders, but apparently people that play the 5L like to draft him. Almost 5,000 at-bats for Cabrera. And when we compare the top two WOBA hitters, the top two WOBA hitters were Johnny and Roy. They had the best WOBA of any other cards in the 5L. This is what the comparison looks like. Give you a minute to kind of look it over there. So that is your Waggy Award wrap up. Okay, so on Monday, I'll go through the 6L data. That's the 1996 one. Again, the year will stay the same on the 6L going forward, at least for the next couple refreshes. But the tournament itself, how you draft, what you draft, the cards available in the pool, that is going to change a bit over the next couple of days. Brent's, no problem, Brent's. I love doing it. And again, I put all the slides together. I enter all the information. Serpent helps me collate everything. Yeah, I enjoy spending time on the 5L, 6L. Of course, they're my favorite tournaments. And I always want to do well, but I want to give you guys the data every month from those tournaments. Okay, it is time to rip some packs very quickly here. So hopefully you've had a chance to enter. Only 25 responses, which is pretty low for a pack ripping contest, especially since you didn't need to be here to win. So I'm going to go close off the responses. There we go. And with all these new cards, a lot of new cards over the last week, that is going to probably change the data going forward. Okay, 25 responses. What are you guys thinking here? How positive were you? How many cards will I get from today? Write these down. Most popular choice is 2 to 3. First diamond card will be a low diamond for most people. Question number 3, will I get a variant? 68% say yes. Question number 4, will I get a perfect card? Ooh, 80% say no. Let's buck that trend. Let's get the third Joe today. Ezra and Serpent both got a Joe. Gold card, will I get one rated exactly 80 over 81 overall? Pretty split there. The first 40 overall, is it going to be a pitcher or a hitter? And then the tiebreaker, the very first card we see from a 44 up to an 84. And the last card, which will be a silver pack, a 42 up to an 80. That's what we got. Let me create my sheet. See what kind of love we have today. Exclamation love. You're pretty close there, A-Dub. You said 80. All right, just want to get this ready for when we end. There we go. There we go. Okay, let me just quickly check on the perfect bounty because it looks like I've been eliminated by the Springboks. So Hip and Knee Doc, thank you for saving me a little bit of time because you already won the 5 packs for the early bird. So I don't have to give another name. I can give the same name, but instead of 5 packs, you've got 10 packs. So congratulations. So 10-pack winner for the Springbok so far. 5 packs go to Joe and the Tornadoes for beating me in the entry fee. So we still have 10 packs to give out in the contest of what I pull. Renegades, Chinooks up 2-0. Binders up 2-0. Cavacom and the Lookout tied at 1. As you guys are playing this weird draft where you could only draft players ending in a 1, 9, 0, or 8. Hip and Knee Dog's like, it's a pleasure taking your pack slap. How have I not entered things before? I'm coming back. You're going to give me packs like that. I'll take them. I don't know if you've ever won packs on my stream before. Name is familiar. If it was last year. I don't know if you've won anything this year yet. But hey, you're on a path to win many more, I think. Okay, so how many did I say I was going to open up here? Let me go back. I said I was going to open up 50 standard and 20 silver. 50 standard and 20 silver. Give me one sec, trying to get all my windows proper here. Okay, so I got to go until I have 82 regular and a 36 silver. All right, here we go. Get those emotes going, chat. Come on, please send those emotes in the chat. Give me a little pack luck here as we open an all live pack to get things going. And our first tiebreaker is a 59 overall Jake Berger. Thank you, Floyd. Hey, Floyd Lloyd Boyd. First time I seen you today. Floyd, thank you so much. Thank you for the DM you sent me a week ago. Meant a lot to me. Ezra, Dollar, Johnny P in the house, Badger. And Oz says you opened 32 packs an hour ago. You got one live gold. So hopefully you'll pass it on. Okay, hopefully we'll get something better here. So we're looking for a 40 overall, are we? And then an 81 overall. Okay. Pretty easy. Oh, here is our first diamond. This was question number 2. So some of you might be eliminated on pack number 2. And I've already done better than Oz. Sorry, Oz. Now, Oz, I know you haven't watched my stream before, but usually I do horrible. Chat will tell you, Lap is one of the worst pack openers of all the streamers. Absolutely horrible. So for me to get a diamond on the second pack, sometimes I open 70 packs and don't get a single diamond. Yeah, see? It is a high diamond. Third baseman, Rafael Devers. And I don't own him yet, so we will keep that card. Any 40s? No 40s. All right, keep on going. Things are looking good for a variant now, or for a perfect card. Ryan Sweeney. Vince Coleman. So there's a new card from today. So I'm going to mark that one down. We've got one. Always look forward to this card. I mean, I remember watching him play quite a bit with St. Louis. I remember his speed. So always looking forward to when his new version comes out. All right, just looking carefully, make sure I don't miss the first 40 overall. And we have a gold, Oz. So in 5 packs, I've got a diamond and a gold. Will this be an 81 overall? It will not. But we do have our first 40. Hayden Singer is a catcher. So we're going to mark him down as a hitter. Okay, now we can rip pretty quickly because I don't really have to focus on anything specific. I can check the new cards after if I need to. The vampire. Count Dracula. Rasmus. Or I could do it in Russian. Rasmussen. 89 overall. Not the gold that we wanted. We want an 81. We want a perfect, of course. We want a variant. We want new cards from today. Getting some of the new live. There were a bunch of new live that came out on Monday. Another all live pack. Sammy Sosa. $81? No, 89. 289 gold so far. So yeah, sorry, Oz, but I've got like 3 golds and a diamond in less than 20 packs. Thanks for sacrificing your bad pack fortune for my good pack fortune. Well, no, I've only pulled one new one so far, Brent. The live cards don't count. It wasn't new cards, it was new cards from TWIPT today. And I think I've only pulled one. Today's got to be the day for the perfect, right? Got to be. Even if I want Aaron Judge, I still need Aaron Judge. I refuse to pay $34,000 for Aaron Judge. I'm bound to get him at some point. One of the best cards in the game, a live card. I need myself an Aaron Judge. I think just the one new card so far. Hey, there's the second best catcher in the 5L. I don't know why, based on his ratings here. Woba-wise, though, he came in as the second best catcher. Craig Council, help me out, folks. Craig's not new from today, right? He was one of the iron big drops. Yeah, I don't think Craig was from today. Well, we're kind of on a little bit of a poor streak right there. So we're just going to exit out, take a little time out. I can always check my new cards based on looking at this screen here. For the new players out there, your screen automatically defaults to show your roster. If you want to look at the newest cards, all you have to do is go up to that pull down menu and select latest content drops. So that way I can check at the end of the pack pulling, and I've only pulled the Vince Coleman so far. How many more to go? 98, 16 regular card packs, and 20 silver. I should get up and walk around. Hey, well, we got the second new card, Bob Moncrief. So I will consider that dry. I will, but I got a new card, so that can't be bad. Usually when I call a timeout and leave the pack opening and come back in, things improve a little bit. And by a little bit, sometimes a lot. Try that sometime. If you're having bad pack luck, exit out of your packs. Look around for a couple minutes. Sing a song. Come back. And things might get better. All right, Dollar, let's see if you've got the magic today. What will be behind the variant? You can bet your Hound biscuits. You can bet 10 biscuits up to several hundred biscuits on what is behind that red card. Will it be an iron, a bronze, a silver, a gold, diamond, or a perfect? Take your guesses. And this is my bronze variant team. So Saltamachia, Irube. Who else am I looking for? Of course, I'll take a String Bean, Dizzy Dismukes, Velarde. Let's go with Velarde. If we're going to go big Serpent, we better go very, very, very big. You've got a level 5. I can't let you own me like that. You can't. If you're related to me, if you're my child, I can't let you have the only Velarde. Okay, I think the bets are in. Let me just double check. Don't want to flip it if the bets are still on. 1% predict perfect. 56% are going silver. No one chose gold. So if it's a gold card, all of you will lose your points. Diamond 7%, iron 14%, and a bronze 22%. It is good old iron, Mr. Kraft. Yeah, we'll hang on to him. If he's not selling for much, I might as well keep him. So let's pay off our iron winners. So the answer to question number 3 is a yes. So now we're looking for cards from today. We've got 2 so far. We're looking for a perfect, and we're looking for an 81 overall. Still got one more timeout I can use if I need to. Dry. If I need to walk around a little bit. We got on a little bit of hot streak there. We got a new card. We got a variant. Things are not looking good now. How many more? 88. 6 more. Oh, here's a gold. Question number 5. Will I get an 81 overall gold? Did you guys say yes on that one? Serpent. Okay, we will do that, Serpent. As soon as we finish this off. We'll end off the show opening a pack on the Redeemer's Choice. How were you able to use that? I thought Cavacom used that one. What the heck? All right, we got our 81 gold. So we're just looking for new cards from today and a perfect. 3 more regular packs. Two more regular packs. And 1 more pack. Yeah, we'll do it, or we're going to do that on my packs only team since I have a lot more points on there. So don't feel bad. Really like this iron card in the 5L. I'd like to draft him. I wonder if he's going to show up in our data next month. He's got a really good profile for the 5L. Mr. Wallace. I like that card. Really, really like that card. All right, we're on to 20 silver packs now. And we can rip these pretty quick because we're just looking for new cards and a perfect. Already got our 81 gold. And coming up on Monday will be the 6L Waggy Awards. And then next Thursday after TWIPT, we're going to do the Serpent overall bronze data. Oh, look at this, a gold and a variant. No need to take a time out there. Pretzels. And we'll just flip it here. I think it's going to be a silver. Come on. Give this to our Hall of Fame member, Dollar. NEL. Poindexter going for a pretty good amount. Let's just put him, you know, at about 10K. See how bad people want him. Because I don't play silver. And pretzels. All right, pretty good. That should gain me close to 20,000 if it gets the last 10 sales. All right, running out of packs to get a perfect. Another gold, another 89. And there we go. Ooh, we got a diamond, our second diamond. We got a diamond on the second pack, and I think this is close to the second last pack. Ryan Walker. We'll keep him. Looks like he's trending up anyway, so we'll keep him. So we're down to 9 more packs. Eight chances to get that perfect card. Mr. Wagner. Doug Bird. So there is another new card. That's card number 3, folks. So if you guess 2 to 3, I think you're still in the running unless I missed one. I can check that later. This is a silver card. I'm not going to use it right now, so I'm going to put it on the market for 1,000 points less than the current high price, which is probably still too much, but hey, it's a new card. How many more? 32 more. 2 more silver packs. All live. And our last pack of the opening is not much there. Okay, let me double check on the new cards here. I think it's 3. I'm pretty sure it's 3. Or is it only 2? Well, it won't matter because it's 2 to 3. Oh yeah, Doug Bird I put on the card shop. That's why. Yeah. So I've got 3. We'll check in. Yep. Okay, good. We got that one. So before I announce the winner, I'm going to go and open a pack of Serpent's Choice on my packs only squad. Okay, sign into the account. Give me 1 second. All right, I think we're good. All right, Serpent, what's it going to be? Is it going to be a spot pack? which I don't mind at all. They're pretty cheap today, and if I can get a perfect card, even better. Guaranteed at least a gold. Again, this does not count for the contest. This is separate. My Cup of Joe pack only team is 49 and 44, currently 3 games out of first place. Let's go with the spots. Okay. All right. Let me open this lonely diamond first. That way I can say I got at least a diamond. Well, he's selling for quite a bit. We'll keep him in case he goes back up to a perfect. Brent is being very positive, is saying, Lap, you're going to get a gold. Well, thank you, Brent. Yes, of course, I'll get at least a gold. I'm thinking diamond. I'm thinking it's going to be a diamond. Brent. Yuri Perez. All right, I'm going to sell him while he still has some value. Mr. Perez for about 14,000. And because of that, I can't quit on that. Can I, Serpent? I can't. We're going to open one more. Here we go. Diamond or higher. I knew there was a diamond in one of these packs. All right, Mr. Towers, Mr. Beckham, Mr. Long, Akana, Wahlberg, and the diamond behind here is Doyle Alexander. Well, he must be a pretty good mission card for what he's selling for. Doyle Alexander. Put him on the card shop. Get most of my points back. If I can sell both those cards, I should be able to get back at least the value of one of those packs. Finish any missions? I did not. In the packs only league, let's see who's in my same division and conference here. I recognize some of these teams. In the AC, we've got the Lap Block Dragon Hounds, D-Blocks pack only team. We also have the Homeless Emperors, Whack-A-Mole. We got the Sheboygan Pub Enthusiast Chalupa Pants. We got the Ohio Gamblers with shirt 10. We've got Midway Defenders. There's TX Jinx at a 500 pace. And over in the NC, we got Serpent. Not in my division this time. Not off to a great start here on Thursday. Jay Sayer. We've also got the PAX only treatment bound Fed Tarot in first place, 53 and 41 in the West. In the Central, we got the Chico Heat Sharks Boy, Shelbourne, Brian. We got the Dreamwalkers, Alfonso. And in my division, in the East, there's the Auburn Danksters, Sav, 510. We got the New Orleans Jazz leading the way. And look at how fitting on a guy that makes the Hall of Fame. He is in my division. Dollar and the pack only team. We are battling it out. Only 1.5 game difference. Well, hopefully, Dollar, both of us can make the playoff. Let's make that happen. All right, gang, that is going to be it for me today. Let me put up my end stream. I get back in the habit here of trying to get through a few hours of streaming. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. We've got Dollar says, take a drink and send out a community cheers, passing along some good fortune during the next break. Perfect card incoming. Well, we didn't get that perfect card, Dollar. But hey, I'm not overly complaining. I didn't get cards worth 2,000 points each. I probably made my points back on one pack, and it's for the entertainment for you guys. I would have liked to hit on a perfect for sure. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. We had a lot of follows today. We had a lot of Helm Biscuit redemptions today. Always like shouting out the subscribers. A couple nights ago, it was D King 395, Flying WV with the subscriptions, Franchise Time Machine. Also at the beginning of the show, we had, a lot of Helm Biscuit redemptions today. As I always say, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, give what you can, take what you need. Always people that could use a lending hand, some support, some words, some advice. Please do what you can, even if it's dropping off a few cans at your local food bank. And it is a great day for baseball. Enjoy the games if your team is playing today. Hope they do well. And of course, we're going to raid over, and that is going to be it. So have a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend. We're here for a good time, not a long time. Have a good time. Cheers. Love you all. We'll see you next episode.
So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day. We're here for a good time. Not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day.
As always, thank you for spending your time with me. The crack of the bat, the cheers from the stands, with donuts and Tim Hortons filling our hands. We lived for the moments, the bronze cards and the Jays. But tonight we're just saying we'll see you again another day. Under the computer glow, where our dreams used to fly, each bounty was a journey. We reached for the sky. Now the scoreboard is empty, the microphone is off, but Lap will be back again with another stream to lift off. So we'll see you next time when the ball meets the bat, where missions and sliders are where our hearts are at. The variant's still calling, it's more than a game. In the echoes of summer, we'll remember your name. From the outfield to dugout, each place has a story of moments of triumph and fleeting glory. The gloves may be resting, the cleats put away, but the love for this pastime forever will stay. The seasons may change, join the 5L and shoot for the win. The raid is underway, stay tuned for another stream or two begin. Thank you for watching, you are the best. I love you all, thanks for being my guest. We are here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day. Enjoy your day, shine your light. Be kind and always, always be polite. next time when the ball meets the bat, where missions and sliders are where our hearts are at. The variant's still calling. It's more than a game. Enjoy the big tournament wins, but the losses never blame.
And of course, I forgot to do the winner for the pack opening contest. If I missed it in chat, I don't think anyone highlighted it, but it is on the VOD. If people check back and say, hey, did I win the pack opening contest? Let's do that right now quickly. Forgot to absolutely do this. So how many cards will I get from today's set? We ended up getting 3. So still quite a few people left after that question. Question 2, what will the first diamond card be? It was a hitter. Or no, it was a high diamond. We want high diamond. Right, select high, yes. Question 3, I did. I got 2 variants today. So that is a yes. Down to 2 people. Dryab and iDub. Oh, maybe it was good. I didn't show this to everyone. You'd type in rigged. Everyone would say, oh, iDub. You rigged this for iDub. Well, will it be Dryab or will it be iDub? Question number 4 was the perfect card. I saw one person put yes and one person put no. Will I get a perfect? iDub knows my card pulling really well. I did not get a perfect. So congratulations to our pack opening predicting champion, iDub. And I know he's not here, but you know, we're gonna give him a round of applause anyway. Way to go, iDub. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. We don't want to boost his ego too much. All right. Thanks everyone. We'll see you next episode.